She looked at me and said, "Parnian, I think I have wasted 6 months of my life." And I hate to admit it, but she wasn't completely wrong. Let me tell you about Linda. Hi, my name is Parnian and I'm with Next Chapter LA. I've been in real estate for over 20 years and I've worked mostly with women over 60 who are getting ready for their next chapter. Downsizing, relocating closer to grandkids, or finally selling the family home after a loss. Today, I want to walk you through one of my clients' story because if you're thinking about selling, what she learned could save you months of exhausting work. Let's talk about Linda's story. Linda is 71, widowed 3 years, raised 3 kids in a beautiful home in Sherman Oaks. 4 bedrooms, 40-some years of life inside those walls. When she called me, the first thing she said was, "I know I have to get rid of stuff before you can sell it. Give me 6 months." I told her that she didn't need 6 months, but she insisted, and I respected that. Sometimes the decluttering isn't about the house. It's about saying goodbye on your own terms. So I let her have her time. Here's what Linda spent 6 months on. She emptied every closet. She held 3 separate estate sales. She donated 9 carloads to charity. She hired a professional organizer for the garage. She had her kids flying twice to claim what they wanted. She scrubbed grout with a toothbrush. She painted 3 rooms. She replaced every light bulb in the house with matching warm whites. And I'll admit, I appreciated all the effort and hard work. By the time we sat down to prep for listing, Linda had lost 12 pounds and her back hurt every morning. The house looked beautiful. Empty, clean, organized. She was proud, and she should have been. But here's where it gets interesting. When we got our offers, 3 of them over asking, I went back through the buyer feedback with Linda. And this is the part that it was amazing. Number 1, the buyers did not care about the closets. Not one comment about closet organization. Not one buyer opened closets to check size, to admire your folded sweaters. Number 2, the garage. Linda spent 4 weekends on that garage. Buyers glanced in, confirmed that the cars fit, and walked out. Professional organizer, lovely woman, but financially a wash. State sales, absolutely, because she needed to come to terms with her emotional feelings. She could have hired a single state liquidation company and done it in 1 weekend and gotten the same results for the listing. What did matter? 3 things. The painted rooms, yes. Fresh paint reads, always the house is well maintained. Light bulbs? Of course. Consistent warm lighting makes a home feel cared for in pictures and in person. And the empty, uncluttered living spaces? Absolutely, yes. The empty is the key word, not perfectly organized. Just empty. So here's what I tell my clients now. Buyers are not judging your life. They are imagining their own. Every minute you spend organizing the inside of a drawer is a minute a buyer will never see. Every hour scrubbing a baseboard is an hour they will not notice. What they notice is the space, light, and the feeling that the house has been loved and not neglected. If you're getting ready to sell in Los Angeles, here's the short list. Paint where it's needed. Replace all your light bulbs to a consistent warm white. Remove roughly half of what's in each room. Yes, half. Clean the windows inside out and then stop. That's it. That's 80% of what matters. Save your back. Save your weekends. Save your sanity for the move itself. Now, I have to say something else though, because I'd be doing a disservice if I only talked about this strategy. Linda's 6 months weren't wasted. Not really. She needed that time. She needed to hold every photo album, every Christmas ornament, every letter her husband wrote her in 1974. She needed to decide what came with her into the next chapter and what stayed behind. That work was real and it was sacred, and no real estate agent should ever rush you through it. What I want you to know is this: don't confuse the emotional work of letting go with the practical work of selling a house. There are two different jobs. The emotional work belongs to you and your family. The practical work, that's mine. And it's a much shorter list than most women think. If you start the two jobs at the same time and try to do them both perfectly, you will exhaust yourself before the house even hits the market. Separate them. Give yourself grace on one and efficiency on the other. If you are somewhere in Los Angeles right now and sitting in a house full of 40 years of memories, wondering how on earth you're going to do this, I see you. You're standing at the start of something that requires both heart and a plan, and most people only have one of those. I've worked and walked with many women through this exact process. If you'd like to talk about it, about selling, how it could actually look like for you without the pressure, without the 6 months of toothbrushing, the grout, my information is in the description of this video. I'm always available to listen and to brainstorm. I'm only one text or a phone call away. And just remember, the house will sell, but the harder work is figuring out what comes next. And maybe I can be of some help in that regard as well. Thank you for watching, and I will hope to see you next, same time, same place.